guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ailey if you're new. Today's video is going to finally be a review on this. This is the Pure X Raw Beauty Kristi palette. If you know, you know. So, before we get into the palette, I wanted to quickly run down. I didn't really want to put any negativity into this video, but it wasn't the smoothest of launches, was it? So, there is some silver lining that comes out of this because the original launch was such an absolute failure. I didn't know if I even had a palette until after the pre-order launch. So the silver lining is I have two palettes. I have one right now that arrived today, and I will have another one in the pre-order, which should be here sometime in August. So, I mean, I would guesstimate probably the start of September just to be safe. So I have two palettes, okay. How is that a silver lining? Well, it means that you get one. Basically, what I'm going to do is I am going to give away the second one because I know how limited this launch was. If you didn't manage to get your hands on it in the first launch, but you were charged, a lot of you I know didn't manage to get it in the second launch because you didn't have any money, and I know exactly how that feels. You budget something for something specifically, and when it all goes awry, we'll say, trying to stay PG here, then there's nothing you can do about it because that money's already been taken from your account. Even if it doesn't get taken from your account, the funds get removed, so you wouldn't have been able to buy it. So I will be doing a giveaway. I don't want to do it right now just in case. I know the palette's coming. I've been charged for the palette, but obviously I don't really want to be running the giveaway now when I don't have it in my hands. So subscribe just now. That will be one of the things you'll need to do anyway, but subscribe just now, put on that notification bell so that you're notified of my uploads, and keep an eye out for the giveaway video, which will be end of August time. As soon as I get a shipping confirmation, I will get that video uploaded for you. But I digress. So like I say, the ordering process for this was abysmal. It was just ridiculous. I was one of the few people who managed to order before the queuing system came in. We're in and out and in and out. I think that I don't know how many times I put in my bank details and was bounced back out, and I was on the site for 5 hours all in all. Yeah, I know a lot of people were on longer, but then when they were doing shipping confirmations and things like that, basically they said they were working through the orders in the order that they received them, which was absolute nonsense because there were people who were waiting in the queue who received this over a week ago. The palette was released on the 12th of this month. I got my shipping confirmation on the 21st and it arrived today, and today is the 29th of July. I am in the UK, obviously, so that's 2.5 weeks. I've had worse. I've had a lot better. If I had known it was coming, if I paid $25 in shipping for this, which I would have thought would come with a tracking number. It didn't. We didn't make this available on the UK website, so anybody in the UK had to pay exorbitant, is that the right word? Shipping costs. So my other shipping was, I think, about £19. This was 25, it's 19. I didn't want to mention any of that at the start of the video. It is relevant, but she doesn't deserve that. It isn't her fault, and it's her palette at the end of the day. We all love her. We all think she's amazing. One thing I will say is when I was going backwards and forwards to Twitter, I did see a couple of drama channels, pretty sure it was drama channels, say, stop blaming Kristi for this, it's not her fault. I, for one, was on that between the website and Twitter for 5 hours, and I didn't see one person blaming her. Everybody was very supportive. Everybody basically said, look, this isn't your fault. And she was going above and beyond for people. Pure weren't responding or talking to anybody. It was her that was going in and trying to chase it up and things like that. She really did not have to do that. So the last thing she needs is stress. So I just want to make it very clear, I didn't see her get any hate, and that is a testament to the kind of person, the kind of YouTuber that she is. Nobody blamed her for it, even though it's probably the worst launch I have ever been a part of, I've ever, you know, like been involved in trying to purchase from. I have never had such a problem before. We have a little card. So this is the more neutral side here. and you can tell it's the neutral side because it's got the rose gold. And on the other side we have the more colourful side, and you can tell it is because the writing is holographic. So we are going to do something with this today. I've just pulled out another palette. It's basically the same sort of idea. It's cardboard, and I just wanted to compare for you because I don't know if I've seen anyone do this. The palette is insanely thin for being a double palette. If you look at that, this is the Anastasia with Nicole Guerrero, and this is obviously the double-sided palette, and you can see there really isn't that much in it. So it's not like it's a massively thick palette or anything like that, so I'm really liking that. I have no idea what I want to do today. If you have any requests on looks using whatever colours in here, let me know and I will definitely do that. The mirror in it's really good. I'm going to do something I haven't done in a really long time. So I've just put the original P. Louise base on this eye, and I'm going to go in with concealer on this side because I know a lot of people use concealer as a base. So I want to see how it works on concealer. That was just the new Revolution or XX Revolution concealer. I'm going to do one colourful eye and one neutral eye, just for the hell of it, because why not? Okay, so I'm going to go in with It Just Does, which is the sort of corally shade. Because this is on the neutral side of the palette, I'm going to tie this into the neutral look. So it's really pretty. Don't know how it's coming off on camera, but then I'm going to go in just underneath that with Told You. They blend really nicely too, so far anyway. And on top of one another fine. I have seen a few people have a little bit of issues with layering and the colours lifting. It might be more the colourful colours, but I have seen that issue. I'm going to get You're Not My Real Dad, which is just the darkest shade on this side of the palette. I'm going to go in. That's really nice together. I'm going to grab a little bit of Golden Ticket, which is the only shimmer on this side. I'm grabbing it on a JH41 brush. I love this one for picking up these kinds of shadows. And I'm just going to pop it on the inner corner. And liner on Hooded Eyes Like Mine, total nightmare. Like it doesn't like to work. Not good at all. So I'm going to take Told You and run that under here. If you have the kind of eye wrinkles down here that just constantly crease, depending on what kind of eye look you're going for, of course, but if you get them and it doesn't matter what you do, your concealer just creases, pull your eyeshadow down to there and don't put concealer on it. So we'll come back and we'll finish that when we do our foundation. Right now I'm going to flip over to the other side. So I'm going to go in with the yellow, which is Dandelion. Take that first. And I'm just going to put it high up. Not a bad yellow, it blends out really nicely. I haven't obviously tried packing it on, but usually it's hard to build up yellow when you're like blending it. I've normally got to pack it on and then blend out the edges to get any sort of pigment, and this one's going on really nicely, so that's good. This could be a disaster. Let's fingers crossed it won't be. Right, okay, we need a smaller brush. This one has fallout, but it is blending. You know, it's still blending really well. You don't have to pack it or anything like that. So I've just taken Side Effect and Tribute and blended it down underneath my eye. I need to get rid of There is fallout from the purple shade Tribute, but mostly I actually put a lot of the Cafe Disco shade on my eyelid with my fingers, and then I put my fingers on my face, so that's a lot of what I'm wiping off. I'm gonna do my foundation. Okay, that took longer than I thought it would. Okay, so we have completed 2 very different eye looks. I know which one I prefer, but that is just because that is my preference. I do like doing looks like this for photos and things like that, just to be a little bit more creative, but in all seriousness, on my eye shape, it just doesn't look good. I have hooded eyes. One day maybe I'll be able to afford to get them fixed, but for now I have to work with what I've got, and all of these graphic sort of designs and things like that, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, just don't look great on hooded eyes. We just don't have the shape. Every time I move my eye, the shape changes and stuff like that. So yes, it looks all right, but it's not really my favourite. Going back to the actual thing in question though, we're not reviewing my eye shape, we're not reviewing my skills, we are reviewing this palette. I have to say I am very, very pleasantly surprised. I am so relieved that I like this palette. On this side, the colours are, I used Tribute, Side Effect, Hurtful, Cafe Disco, and a little bit of Dandelion. I got quite a good variety in there, and every single one of them I used, I didn't have any issues with. There was no patchiness, they blend really nicely, they pack on really nicely. I really couldn't fault them, really. I mean, Cafe Disco is just beautiful. Look at that shade hanging out in there. It's just lovely. It's just, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I approve of that. I like that. It's hard to get pressed pigments that vibrant that work that well. Even the yellow blended out really nicely. We lost it a little bit, but I bet I could bring it back again. Yeah, just by sort of blending it on. So there we go. I really like this side of the palette. I think for a pop of colour it works really well. It does blend as well as pack, like I say, so yeah, you're onto a winner there. This side of the palette is definitely my favourite. I love all the tones she picked. She definitely has nailed everything here. So I used It Just Does, Golden Ticket, Told You, and You're Not My Real Dad. So I kind of went in an L shape. And that's just because I decided to go with It Just Does, and that's the tones that went with it. So It Just Does is sort of like the halo fuzzy effect that you can see on the outside. Told You is how I blended into that, and then You're Not My Real Dad is the main colour on my lid, and then I used Golden Ticket on my inner corner, and I just did sort of like a combination on the bottom. They all blended out really nicely. I'm going to come in close so you can see. Obviously this is a weird one because this is a review for a palette you can no longer get, which is kind of annoying. Obviously they may restock again, I don't know, they might decide to, just with everything that happened. If you're loud enough, sometimes you can make stuff like that happen. But in saying that, I do have another one coming. So if you would like to win your very own one of these, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on the notifications, because in the next couple of weeks, depending on when they ship, I will be uploading a giveaway to win one of these. So if you can't get it, if you couldn't get it, if you want a backup, whatever, I will be giving the other one away because I don't need to. At the end of the day, so many people missed out on this palette. I would rather just give away the second one that I got. I got the second one because I didn't think I was getting this one. Don't think that I was like, oh, I'm just going to get loads. I didn't think I was getting this one. So just in case, I ordered from the pre-order, and this one ended up having a shipping confirmation like a day later or something like that. So if you want to win it, keep an eye out for that. I would start the giveaway just now and just run it until the end of August, but I would rather make sure for definite I have it in my hands. I mean, I know it's coming, but you know, I don't want to do that and then something happens or it comes broken or something like that, because you just never know. So if you want to be in with a chance of that, subscribe to the channel now and then keep an eye out for the giveaway later. It's going to be exactly the same as I do all of my giveaways. Follow me here, follow me Instagram, blah blah blah. So Nothing out of the ordinary. You don't have to jump through too many hoops. So, before I go, I just want to say a huge congratulations to Kristie. Not that she'll ever be watching this video, but I think that this was a really good accomplishment for her. I think it's amazing. She did all the designs on the front herself and stuff like that. I think it's beautiful. It's definitely something to be proud of. You broke the internet, girl. And everybody still loved you for it. So I think that she did a fantastic job, and I really hope to see more collabs from her in the future because she's obviously really flipping good at it. So yeah, I just want to say a huge congratulations to her, and obviously if you liked this video, I would love if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one.